5:30 in the morning, sunrise on Mount Rigi. Many artists have been inspired by this vista, among them the English Romantic painter William Turner. Mount Rigi has been attracting hikers and well-heeled tourists since the 18th century. Some ascended on foot, others let themselves be carried up the slopes. And to help them get to the top, a cog railway went into operation here in 1871. It was Europe's first mountain railway, designed by Swiss engineer and locomotive builder Nicholas Riggenbach, who invented the cog system. Tourism on Mount Rigi boomed as a result. Adi Kalin has savoured the ride up the mountain since he was a child. The journalist and historian has penned a book examining how the region opened up to tourism.
Niklaus Riggenbach was an unusual guy. He didn't really care about Mount Rigi in particular. He was an ambitious engineer whose real aim was the gear train Gotthard Railway. He only built the Rigi Railway to prove he could do it. The manager of the Gotthard Railway came for a look, but he only talked about the view and didn't mention the railroad. Riggenbach didn't like that.
A second cog railway was opened in 1875 and Mount Rigi became a fashionable destination. Up to 200,000 visitors came each year. Summers were particularly busy.
Back then they didn't think it was worthwhile keeping the tracks clear in the winter.
The photo album of the de Hinton family. Hotel owner Rosa de Hinton didn't want to restrict operations to the summer. Her husband was a passionate skier and she sensed a business opportunity with winter sports. So she tried to persuade the cog railway operators to run it in the winter as well. Her great-grandson recalls the vigorous businesswoman's cunning.
I think around 1906 she placed an ad in the local paper. It said, "The Rigi train rides tomorrow." Now the train didn't normally operate in winter, so the next morning there's a crowd of people at the station. The railway workers shoveled a path clear and the train went up.
And so tourists booked stays at Mount Rigi for winter sports as well. But the golden age didn't last long. The impact of the First and Second World Wars caused the collapse of tourism in the region. Surrounding hotels struggled to survive. Even the Grand Hotel fell into decline.
In the 1940s, the hotel was completely run down, and the owner even asked preservation authorities to tear the place down instead of fixing it up. So the authorities started a donation campaign to finance the demolition. People refer to it as clearing up Rigi Peak.
As Mount Rigi's importance waned, so did the number of nearby hotel beds, to only 300. A nearly forgotten mural by Swiss artist Hans Erni marked the start of a new effort to make Rigi attractive to tourists again, as a spa.
The picture carries a lot of symbolism. It shows Hans Erni and his wife in a basin. During World War II, Erni lived in the Bellevue Hotel in Rigi Kaltbad, which means cold bath. He painted this picture right in the hotel's reception room.
Today, people here hope for a fresh start. The Rigi Kaltbad Wellness Hotel opened in July. It's hoped the building, by Swiss architect Mario Botta, will bring the tourists back to Mount Rigi. The mural by Hans Erni now decorates the entrance to the pool area. With its stunning panorama of the Alps, a trip to the top of Mount Rigi by rail or on foot is certainly one worth making.